Shares of BBAI are trading at $1.60 and they are still down 20% year to date even after its latest run. And zooming out on the chart, we can see that this stock is still down quite a bit since its all-time high of $12 in April of 2022. For my December 2026 price projection, they're expected to have a revenue of $224 million, which makes their revenue per share 91 cents, and their current price to sales is 2.5, but based on the trend, I think that we can expect that to drop closer to 2 by 2026, and if we multiply that price to sales of 2 by their projected 91 cent revenue per share, then that would give us a share price of $1.82, which is a 14% upside. In terms of other analysts, I could only find one analyst, and their price forecast was $5, which is about 212% higher than where it trades today. In terms of fundamentals, BBAI has missed 3 of their last 4 earnings calls, and they do not offer a dividend. And taking a look at their revenue and net income, the revenue growth and net income are unfortunately both now on a downward trend again after improving over the past year or so. BBAI has a shareholder equity of $108 million and a total debt of $195, and that makes their debt to equity 180%, and they have a TTM free cash flow of negative $16 million. I know in one of my last BBAI videos that I said that they do have a lot of potential upside, and that remains mostly true just given the low price to sales that I put it at in 2026. But I mean, most AI stock price to sales ratios are well over 10 right now, which means you could, in theory, take my $1.82 share price projection and multiply that by 5 to get a $9 share price. But realistically, I think the chances of something like that happening are pretty low, especially when you take into account their poor revenue and net income projections over that time and high debt levels as well. I mean, BBAI fails in 2 of the 3 things that I look for when pricing stocks. The third of which, though, is valuation, where most stocks fail these days in my evaluations. But to be honest, I think BBAI is valued appropriately, which again is rare to see, especially after this year's extreme valuations pretty much across the board. And that said, I'm going to have to rate BBAI a sell, though, because growth and financials just are not there for this stock, even if their valuation is pretty fair. So that's all I have for you today on BBAI. Please drop a like, let me know which stocks you'd like me to cover next, and I will see you next video.